Hello everyone and welcome back to Entertainment on Point. I'm your host Hannah Buzza.
And I'm your host, Miss Alexis. From cheating scandals to surprising celebrity meetups and new seasons of TV shows, we have quite the show for you. But first, let's kick it off with this week's top stories.
Did Prince Harry cheat on Meghan Markle? Royal author Angela Levin, who wrote Prince Harry's biography, claims that he may have. The author said, quote, "During the very early stages of his relationship with Meghan, Harry was thought to have gone on dates with Burberry model Sarah Ann Macklin. Harry met Sarah back in 2016 at a private party and the pair exchanged phone numbers. Levin said, quote, "They met at a private party, he took her number and bombarded her with texts, but it turned out to just be a fling. A friend said, they go on, but are quite different. She is clean living and barely drinks, and in that respect, they were on a different wavelength. Harry was a bit non-committal," end quote. Harry was known to be the wild child of the royal family and got into quite a few scuffles when he was younger, including having a stint in rehab after admitting to smoking pot and having an alcohol issue. Sarah is a nutritionist and runs her own blog where she gives tips on having a healthy lifestyle as well as sharing recipes. The cheating rumors come into play because when Harry and Meghan began dating in July of 2016, people believed that Harry was still entertaining Sarah. However, it is now also being said that Meghan may have been tied up herself. A friend of Sarah who spoke to the royal author said, quote, "There has been some confusion too about whether or not Meghan had, at the time, broken up with her boyfriend of 2 years, celebrity chef Corey Vitello," end quote. It seems that this has just been one little rumor blown out of proportion and that Harry and Meghan have always been on the same page. Harry and Meghan are currently working on a docu-series with Netflix that is rumored to release in November or December of this year. Meghan said this docu-series will help to share parts of their love story that haven't been shared already. We will have to see if these rumors are addressed in the upcoming docu-series. So what do you think about this? I mean, honestly, it just kind of sounds like they weren't exclusive at the time and that they were still entertaining other people, but obviously they ended up together, and if that's the case, then they were on the same page.
I feel like, you know how everyone's in the talking stage and you're really trying to figure out, like, if you're really committed, are we really going to do this?
Yeah.
But I believe the couple is so perfect, everyone is just trying to find out something to ruin them, but I feel like we'll have to see in their new docuseries.
Yeah.
Things got emotional at Dancing with the Stars as Selma Blair leaves the show due to health concerns. She has multiple sclerosis, which is a nerve disorder that disrupts the connection between the brain and body. Blair said, quote, "So I've been monitored. I had MRIs and the results came back and it all adds up to, I can't go on with the competition," end quote. According to Entertainment Tonight, Blair told her dance partner, Sasha Farber, quote, "I really want to have one last beautiful dance with you and bow out. So this is a dance for everyone that has tried and hoped they could do more. But also the power in realizing it's time to walk away. I am so grateful to be able to do one last gentle dance," end quote. Blair danced the night away with her partner Farber with a waltz set to What the World Need Now Is Love by Andrea Day. Blair claimed that she wouldn't have seen a physical improvement in her body if it wasn't for Dancing with the Stars. She said, quote, "I started on a waltz and I remember I could barely even, like, he'll show me a step and it was like, hey, backwards, and my body would really seize up. I come so far. Also, physically. I don't even have clonus in my left leg now. I have not so much of a drop foot," end quote. Blair has received nothing but support from fans, her Dancing with the Stars family, and former co-stars on this new chapter of her life. Dancing with the Stars returns Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. on Disney+. So, like, how would you feel if your dancing is your passion and then you just, like, God says, no, it's not, like, Well, like, what would you think?
I would be really upset, especially now. The competition's been going on for a couple weeks, so it's finally starting to like heat up and get intense. So to have to bow out because you physically can't do it, clearly it's not her mental strength, it's her body. And I am feeling for her. That would be really hard. And I feel bad for her dance partner too. They work really, really hard to try and win these competitions. So to have to leave the competition early, not only for her because she can't physically do it, but also for him because obviously that's his livelihood. He wants to win that trophy. It's really sad all around.
I definitely admire her. Like when she said she realized it was time to like walk away. Some celebrities, they're like, no, I got to keep going. I got to keep pushing. But she knew when to stop, and she knows it's important for her body. It's not all about fame and all that good stuff.
Hailey Bieber and Selena Gomez shut down the internet earlier this week when pics of the duo at a Los Angeles gala showed the pair hugging, smiling, and posing with one another. This comes just weeks after Hailey Bieber went on the Call Her Daddy podcast and said that there was no beef between her and the singer and businesswoman Selena Gomez. Hailey Bieber and Selena Gomez have one thing in common: Justin Bieber. Selena and Justin, lovingly referred to as Jelena by fans, dated from 2010 until 2018. The couple were on again, off again for several years and were said to have been toxic to one another. Hailey Bieber has been married to Justin since 2018 and has been romantically linked to him since 2016. Because of this overlap, fans believe that Justin had cheated on Selena with Hailey for quite some time. However, Hailey was adamant that no cheating ever occurred and that Hailey and Justin were only dating during the periods of time that Selena and Justin were not together. Fans on both sides have perpetuated a feud between the girls, even though both have spoken up on different occasions showing respect to one another and claiming there is no feud at all. On Saturday, October 15th, both girls attended the Academy Museum of Los Angeles as guests for the second annual gala. There, the girls met up where they chatted and took quite a few pictures that spread across social media like wildfire. Neither Selena or Hailey shared the photos themselves, but it's safe to assume that it really is all respect on both sides. We love to see two mature queens supporting each other, and hopefully this will be the end of all the hate that gets flung on both sides by fans. So what do you think when you saw those pictures? I was really excited when I saw them.
Sorry, wait, is this real? Like, is this Photoshop right now?
And we were just talking about it. We talked about the Call Her Daddy podcast, so it was like perfect timing. I did believe Hailey when she said that there was no beef between the two of them, but a lot of people didn't. So I hope that these pictures like finally shut down everything and that they're able to just coexist and live peacefully.
I feel like there's something going on because Hailey did the podcast, and then Selena, she opened up with the trailer about her new documentary, and now the pictures, like what is next? I'm so excited. Like you said, two mature queens coming together and showing real girl power. It's all about slang. Is the queen of rap a bully or standing up for what's right? Nicki Minaj is protesting the Recording Academy for removing her song Super Freaky Girl from the pop category. Ironically, Nicki's remix of Rick James' Super Freak was a bigger pop hit than James' song was. His Super Freak went to number 16 on the Hot 100 more than 40 years ago, while Minaj's hit reached number 1 this year. Queen of Rap went on Instagram Live and explained, quote, that they move goalposts when it comes to me, because in order for them to uplift people who they want to shine, the people who these corporate giants can make the money off of, end quote. Then she continued by saying, quote, I have no problem being moved out the rap category as long as we are all being treated fairly. If Super Freaky Girl has to be moved out rap, then so does Big Energy by Lotto. BTW, anyone who says different is simply a Nicki hater or a troll, end quote. Minaj also said that she will likely win in the rap category than the pop category because rap is her genre. While in the pop category, it would be more of a competition with all the other artists in the category. Lotto then replied on Twitter saying, quote, can't win for losing, end quote. Minaj believes that Lotto should have spoken up in her defense about her song being removed from the pop category because Lotto's Big Energy was produced by the same producer as Super Freaky Girl. Then she posted a DM of Lotto agreeing with Minaj's viewpoints, but said she didn't like the fact that Nicki put her in the beef. Then the gloves really came off. Lotto posted on Twitter saying, quote, I ignored countless subtweets since March and instead addressed you in the DM. You're asking why I didn't speak up in your defense. It's the same answer I gave you when you asked why I didn't congratulate you. You're literally older than my mom trying to be a bully." End quote. Nicki went on and called Latto a Karen and a scratch-off and showed more DMs of her declining to collaborate and do a remix on Latto's song Big Energy. Now, we must wait on the decision from the board of the Grammys to see how they are going to play this out. Can you believe the girls are fighting? Like Nicki Minaj's song Super Freaky Girl, it reached #1 and it got removed out of the pop category. And she was just trying to say that if her song was being removed, then Latto's song should be removed as well because they were both produced by the same producer. Like, what is your intake on it?
I don't really see Nicki like bullying her. I think maybe it was taken a step too far when they got going on Instagram.
Yeah, and calling each other names.
Right, but when it was just Nicki like saying that if it's gonna be done, it needs to be fair, and she used Latto as an example, I don't think she was bullying her. I don't think she put her down. She didn't say anything wrong about her song. I am a Barb through and through, so it's hard to see faults in Nicki Minaj. But I really don't think she was being a bully. I do, though, think once it like escalated to Instagram and DMs and everything, then it was taken way too far, and it should have just stopped before it hit super public like that. But I do agree, if it should be done, it should be fair. It shouldn't be unfair, and I think Nicki's right.
Yeah, she's been in the game for a long time, and I feel like she deserves her respect. Like, I feel like a lot of the artists, they do get some inspiration from her and everyone wants to collab with her, but the least that everyone could do is treat each other fairly.
Yeah. We're going to go for a quick break, but when we come back, our reporter, Kalyan Winder, is here to talk about what's next for Blink-182. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening and welcome back to Newsnight. Most of the student body of the Pittsburgh Public School.
Some of the United States allies.
Thursday, the FBI was seen raiding.
Let's get started with today's forecast.
Today's high will only reach about 31 degrees.
It's looking a little cooler than we've seen in the past few weeks.
All this and more.
All this and more. All this and more coming up on Newsnight.
Coming up on Newsnight.
Coming up on Newsnight.
Welcome back, EO peeps. First up, we have our reporter, Kalyan Winder, here to tell us about Blink-182 reunion tour.
Thanks, Miss Alexis. Blink-182 is reuniting after 10 years apart. They're getting together for a world tour, first visiting Latin America with indie rock band Wallows, North America with alternative band Turnstiles, Europe and the UK with pop band The Story So Far, along with Australia and New Zealand with rock band Rise Against. The band will have its original lineup with bassist and vocalist Mark Hoppus, drummer Travis Baker, and original guitarist and vocalist Tom DeLonge, who was replaced after leaving the band in 2014 by Matt Skiba of band Alkaline Trio. Tom DeLonge also hinted at the new album in the making, saying that this is the most progressive the band has gotten to date, even releasing the new single Edging, which marked the first song within a recording studio in 10 years. Blink-182 is one of the many early 2000s punk alternative bands to make a resurgence into modern media. The notable band, My Chemical Romance, had their reunion tour in 2020. Pierce the Veil had their reunion in 2022 alongside the making of their 5th studio album yet to come out. And Falling in Reverse had a 2022 tour and new single after 7 years of silence. If you're emo at heart or want to indulge in nostalgia, I'd recommend checking out tour dates at all your favorite alternative bands.
Next up, we have our reporter, Riley Sanguini, making her EOP debut and telling us about what Travis and Kourtney Kardashian Barker have been up to.
Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker returned this week to the Miramar Hotel in Montecito, California, where they got engaged a year ago. This time they got in full Halloween mode, wearing matching black skeleton tracksuits. The Blink-182 drummer and lifestyle website Poosh creator held half-filled glasses while taking a walk down memory lane. They spent a seaside romantic afternoon and evening taking in the sunset and boardwalk. Interestingly, there were cameras rolling at the time, but not for the couple. A film crew was working to arrange flowers on the sand, which appeared to mimic the scene from Kay and T's engagement. This led people to think they were shooting an anniversary episode of the Hulu show Kardashians. Turns out the filming and flowers were set up for a wedding commercial. According to TMZ, a security guard was overhead confirming that fact.
Thanks, Riley. Next up, we have Cade Montgomery here to tell us all about the new season of Grey's Anatomy. Cade?
Thanks, Miss Alexis. The 19th season of the ABC medical drama Grey's Anatomy premiered on Thursday, October 6th, and the episode was titled Everything Has Changed. Each episode of the show is titled after a song, with the exception of Season 14, Episode 9. The start of the 19th season introduced a group of characters coming in as the newest intern class at Gray Sloan Memorial Hospital. The new cast features Alexis Floyd as Simone Griffith, Nico Taro as Lucas Adams, Midori Francis as Mika Yasuda, Adelaide Kane as Jules Millen, Harry Shum Jr. as Benson Blue Kwan. This is the first season since Season 1 that a group of interns has been introduced as series regulars and not just supporting characters. The episode served as a mini reboot for the series, as the plot still focuses on some of the returning characters, but leads a lot into the plot lines of the new interns, with many scenes and situations being similar to the scenes that the original 5 interns had in the very first episode of the series. Many longtime fans of the show were shocked to find out that Ellen Pompeo, who has played the titular character Meredith Grey since the show's premiere in 2005, would be limiting her on-screen presence this season to pursue other acting opportunities. According to Entertainment Weekly, Pompeo came to an agreement with the producers that she would only physically appear in 8 episodes this season, but will continue doing the majority of the voiceovers for the show, as well as staying on as an executive producer. On her own podcast titled Tell Me with Ellen Pompeo, during a recent episode, she said, quote, "I'm just trying to play in some different areas and do a few new things, but I'm sure I'll act again," end quote. The show will definitely be a lot different this season, as Pompeo's character has been the focal point of each season up until now. And as for the new group of interns, nobody knows where they might end up, but you can see for yourself on Thursdays at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on ABC or streaming next day on Hulu.
Thanks, Cade. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, our lovely host, Hannah Buzza, will be playing a game of trivia with the EOP cast.
Welcome back to Entertainment on Point. I'm your free segment host, Hannah Buzza. So much crazy pop culture and celebrity drama has gone down this fall, and we're going to see if our lovely EOP cast has been able to keep it up with it all. I'm joined with Anna, Miss Alexis, Cade, and Riley. I am going to ask everyone a pop culture question of something that has happened this fall, and we are going to see who gets the most right. Are you all ready to play?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, perfect. Let's get started. So which one of the Kardashians just had a baby this September via surrogate? So you have 3 choices. Kylie Jenner, Khloe Kardashian, and Kim Kardashian. Miss Alexis.
Chloe?
Yes. Yay! Okay. Okay, question number 2. What famous Halloween movie franchise that has been going on for nearly 3 decades released their last ever movie, and what's it called? So your options are A, Halloween Scares, B, Creepy Halloween, and C, Halloween Ends. Cade?
C, Halloween Ends.
Perfect. Yes, good job. Good job. Okay, so number 3. Which famous singer made headlines for cheating on his pregnant wife by saying things like, quote, "That body of yours is absurd"? A, Adam Levine from Maroon 5, B, Harry Styles, or C, Travis Barker? Riley?
It's Adam Levine.
Yay! Oh my gosh. Anna, what are you doing? You need to get on the clock here. Come on. So moving on to number 4, what recently released movie had so much drama leading up to its release only to become a box office flop? So A, Don't Worry Darling, starring Harry Styles and Florence Pugh, B, Elvis, starring Austin Butler and Tom Hanks, or C, Lyle Lyle Crocodile, voiced by Shawn Mendes? Riley, I think you're
Don't Worry Darling.
Yay! Okay, good job, good job. Anna, this next one's you. I can feel it.
This is
I
mine.
can
I feel it.
Number 5 years,
You
number
got
5
this.
years.
Anna.
Okay, so number 5, what singer is performing at the Big Game halftime show this year? A, Billie Eilish, B, Rihanna, or C, Taylor Swift? Anna?
Rihanna.
Oh my gosh, good job everyone. Okay, and then this is the final question, and I believe a tiebreaker. We all have one, right?
No, Riley.
Oh, Riley has 2.
Oh.
Okay, so this can either seal Riley's victory or give her competition. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so number 6, what is Taylor Swift's new album that comes out tonight called? A, Midnights, B, All Too Well, or C, Karma? I don't know who raised their hand first. Who raised their hand first?
Let me just say it. It was me.
Okay, it was Cade.
Okay.
Okay, good sportsmanship.
Midnights.
Yeah.
Talked about it
All
last
good
week.
job. Good job. Perfect. Okay, good job, everyone. So Riley and Cade got tied with the most, I believe, and I don't have a tiebreaker question. I'm so sorry. So you two
That's
will
cool.
just have
We
to
win.
share the
Yeah.
victory. So that's a wrap on this week's episode. Thanks for watching. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Entertainment on Point, and we will see you next week.